In this video, we are going to learn how to integrate W4 Build with Git repositories like GitHub or GitLab. I am Santiago Velez, and let's get started. Let's first understand what integrating with a Git repository is. First, we need a way for W4 Build to be able to clone your repository. Say you are compiling Godot, then W4 Build needs a way to access that repository, read the code, and then compile it. Similarly, if you are exporting your game, we need a way for W4 Build to access that repository. That's the first way to integrate. The second way is to receive notifications from this Git repository. Say you open a new branch or a new pull request is open, that Git repository will send notifications to W4 Build to take actions. These are known as webhooks. We are going to see which type of keys you're going to need for this integration. Let's first explore how W4 Build will have access to your Git repository. W4 Build will use SSH keys. SSH keys work in a pair by a private part and a public part. The public part will be stored in GitHub. The private part will be stored in W4 Build. If we go to GitHub, click your profile image and then click Settings, SSH keys, new SSH key, give it a name, W4 Build SSH key, and copy the public part. And then add SSH key. That's all what is needed to be done in GitHub. Then we go back to W4 Build, SSH keys, new key, and GitHub SSH key. Then we have to upload it from a file, or if you have it, you can copy it here. But upload from file, select the private part, open, and save. That's all the repository tokens creation in GitHub and W4 Build. Now that W4 Build has access to our Git repository, let's give it a try. Let's build a very simple game. So you visit the matrix blueprints, create matrix game. In this case, we're going to publish a game, not Godot. We click the cog icon and we give it a name. In this case, it's called Faces. Faces matrix. The game is called Faces. Now we need the Git repository. So we visit GitHub, repositories, and is a test project. We copy the SSH URL because we're giving access through an SSH keys. We go back to W4 Build. We put the Git URL, what branch we're going to use. In future videos, we're going to make this a little bit more dynamic. But for this case, let's keep it simple. We are going to use the main branch. We select the SSH keys. In this case, we're going to use a release build and the Godot version that we're going to use. In this case, we're going to use the official stable one and 4.2.2 stable. We click Save. Then we're going to add a job. We are going to use macOS and Faces macOS. We click Save. After that, what we just configure is a very simple game that is going to use our GitHub SSH key. We are going to use the Godot 4.2.2 version, and we are building for macOS. And we click Trigger. This will create an event. We see that a build is queued. We can also visit the page. This will start building and exporting our game for macOS. After a couple of minutes, you will see that the job has completed. If you want to see the artifacts that have been created, you go to Artifacts. We see that we now have a zip file. It has some metadata. We only have one file because we only exported to macOS. If you want to try this new artifact, you click the context menu button and download. You can also copy a shareable link. If you want to share with your friends so they can try your new game, copy shareable link. you can tell W4 Build that this link will be valid only for 48 hours or whatever value you want to try. You copy the link and you send it to your friends. And that is all. We have integrated W4 Build with GitHub and also exported a game to macOS in a very few simple steps. We are looking forward for what you create with W4 Build.